You're watching Channel 7 News, #1 in Northern California.
The bus or truck driver, the airline pilot, the construction worker. Their safety and ours depend on their ability to be alert, to make decisions, and to coordinate their hands with what they see. What if we could test if a worker comes to work impaired? Such a test exists. Each day at the start of their shift, drivers for San Diego's Old Town Trolley must sit in front of a special computer. For 20 seconds, they will undergo a test of their hand and eye coordination. The test, called PFIthree, has its roots in programs developed a quarter-century ago for the Air Force and NASA to test pilots and astronauts. Now it has been developed for a wide range of workers with safety-sensitive jobs.
One of the advantages of this technology is it is non-diagnostic. That is, it does not identify the cause of the impairment. All it's saying is on this given day, this individual is not able to perform at a hand-eye coordination level that they themselves have previously been able to achieve.
Based in Emeryville, Performance Factors thinks its test will broaden the way employers look at the factors behind impairment. Drugs and alcohol are often blamed, but fatigue, stress, and illness may also be the cause. The test is deceiving. Although it looks like a video game, it challenges the worker to keep a pointer at dead center as it strays off course. It compares this day's results against a personal baseline developed over a period of time. If a worker fails, a visit to the supervisor is the next step. PFIthree is winning the approval of those critical of drug testing as an invasion of privacy. Cliff Palefsky wrote San Francisco's Worker Privacy Ordinance.
It's not a search, it's not a seizure, it's not dehumanizing, and everyone can support it. If you're interested in regulating off-the-job conduct, if you're interested in regulating morality, companies may not go for it. But anyone that's truly interested in safety should look at this as a godsend.
And the cost runs less than $1 per employee per day. In Emeryville, David Louie, Channel 7 News.
From ABC, this is World News Tonight with Peter Jennings.
A solution to part of the problem of drug abuse in the workplace. A lot of businesses have been trying to find a way to make sure that workers are not under the influence of alcohol or drugs without resorting to random drug testing. As ABC's Gary Shepard reports, a computer may have found the answer.
The first thing employees of San Diego's Old Town Trolley Company must do every morning, right after they punch in, is to play what looks like a video game. The challenge is to keep the diamond marker in the center of the screen and stop it from moving too far to the left or right. Do that for 30 seconds, and they pass what is really a hand-eye coordination test. The purpose is to determine whether workers are under the influence of drugs or alcohol, or even emotionally upset, anything that could adversely affect their job performance.
One of 77 golf courses in the county of San Diego. So
all drivers are required to pass the test each day before they're allowed to take visitors on guided tours of the city. The company says it prefers this procedure to giving its employees random drug tests.
I like the idea that I have an objective reason for knowing right there and then whether the driver should be allowed to get behind the wheel. And with a drug test, I'd have to wait 2 days to get the answer back, and by that time the driver could have been out beyond the wheel.
Since it doesn't reveal the cause of the impairment, this test may be one solution to the problem of screening workers in safety-related jobs without invading their privacy.
It merely reports back on the individual's hand-eye coordination without prying into their personal lifestyle or making any kind of a statement as to what they did over the weekend or previously.
It's probably a very minimal invasion of privacy that's going to be outweighed by the compelling interest in public safety.
The drivers don't seem to mind the computerized exam.
We feel better, as myself personally, we feel better knowing that we're prepared to go out on the road and, you know, we're covered that way.
It's better than the alternative, which would be the random drug testing, so I don't mind.
Trolley drivers are not the only people taking the daily impairment test. It is also being used by a California trucking company and is being given to crew members on tankers that carry crude oil from Valdez, Alaska to West Coast refineries. Gary Shepard, ABC News, San Diego.